Alright, y'all. So today we're going to take a little flight in this here biplane. It's a Stearman, and this was a fighter trainer in World War II. So this is a fighter trainer airplane from World War II, the Stearman. And it is a fairly high performance little aircraft, and it can actually do a little bit more than you would expect from a normal biplane, or more than I would have expected from a biplane. So we're going to go ahead and take off from this. We're over at Ryan Airport in Baton Rouge. And the thing about today is I'm going to take you all on a tour of LSU. Let's get to it. Come on. Alright, we're going to take the brake off. And let's get going. So this thing, it got a little squirrely on me the other day. As soon as the tail lifts up off the ground, it loses that friction. Okay, there it is. And, alright. I just got to learn how to control that a little bit better, but there it is. Alright, I'm on the runway. And up we go. So it took me a while to try to figure out about the flaps. And what I figured about the flaps is it ain't got no flaps. That's what I figured out. I'm going to cut it back here to 3/4. Now, I may decide to cut some of this out. We'll look at the airport. This is real good scenery they got going on here. But anyway, there's a little bit of a distance between us and LSU. Some of it is fairly boring flying. We're going to have to fly over this industrial refinery area. Actually, you know what? Okay, so I'm going to cut some of this out, and we'll get back together, and first, on our way, we'll fly by the state capitol and the old state capitol, and then we'll head right into Death Valley. So I'll meet you in just a moment. Alright, so here we are on our final approach to the state capitol, and yeah, so the tower is going to talk to me a little bit and tell me that I'm allowed to do a frequency change, and I haven't really looked up how to respond to the tower yet in this game. So they're going to get persnickety with me in just a little bit. But the state capitol. Look, folks, look off of our right wing. That's awesome. And I mean, just the detail of this flight sim is amazing. Yes, I heard your transmission, and I'm choosing to ignore. This is just, the detail is amazing. Alright, let's take a look at the old state capitol. We'll come back around. Oh yeah, we're gonna take a look at this little red sign right here on the levee. Look at that. Baton Rouge. They even have that. And there is the old state capitol right there. I did. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Make sure I don't get down below 40 knots, because that would be less than ideal. Right down here is the USS Kidd with trees all in it, and that is a floating casino. The I-10 Mississippi River Bridge, and ladies and gentlemen, the main star of the show, coming ahead just slightly to the right of our big radial engine there, is Death Valley. We're going to make our approach over the Pete Maravich Center, and we're going to take a little fly into Death Valley itself. So all these little red roofs, this is all LSU campus. And you can see we have the whole athletics department area up here. We got track and field. Of course, the Pete Maravich Center does the basketball, a little tennis. There's a swimming pool right over there. And LSU. Yeah, buddy. We're going to come back in for another good, better look at that. Let's take the long way around. We're going to head out towards the ag department. We'll come back around and take a look at the observatory with astronomy. But this is a really pretty good, accurate depiction of the LSU campus. Alright, so we're going to line up. There's a clock tower out there. So the student union is this little building right here in front of the clock tower, but we're going to look over here for the astronomy department. And you see the little the green dome right there. That's the observatory at LSU campus. There's the clock tower right there. And of course, this type of flying over the LSU campus is strictly prohibited. And if you were to find somebody to do that, let me draw your attention across the left wing, and that's where they teach law. Now, lining up on the clock tower, we have the Lsu Library. And the quad is right outside the library, which is a very, very lovely place to read a book. Now, if you're not into reading books, and you're into more of a sports kind of fanatic, we'll take another look at Tiger Stadium. Just look at this, man. This is so awesome. LSU. LSU. Whee! Track and field. Tennis, y'all. Last time I saw they were doing repairs on this swimming pool. I don't know if it's done yet or not. If it's not done yet, it'll be nice again, I promise. It used to be nice back in the 80s. Didn't look so nice in that picture. Yes, indeed. And so we'll pass up the clock tower right here, and this is, I don't think I'm going to be able to recognize it, but the chimes used to be right down here somewhere. And there was a Mr. Gaddy's Pizza. But again, that was in the 80s. And then, of course, we have the Lsu Lakes. I used to come around here a whole lot. I know some of the chancellors live off the lakes in different little areas. I don't know where anybody is. These just look like some regular buildings. I know somebody watching this is going to know what these are. But there are some very nice houses out here. Well, that concludes our tour of LSU campus in the fine Stearman aircraft that we're flying in. If you like these tours, sign up for some future tours. We always like taking a look at different places. And once again, thank you for flying with us at LSU.